Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss practice assignment week 6. I hope I am audible. Can anyone please confirm?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, give me one moment. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so this is the first question. Has all of you seen week 6 lectures? Anyone?
No, sir.
No,
Okay,
sir.
okay, no issues. You know the concept of lists, right? That was discussed in week 5.
Yes, sir.
So, week 6 is mostly related to that only. Let's try to do these questions. And if you have any doubts in the questions, then we can discuss. Okay. So, this is our first question. And it has a pseudocode, and we are executing this pseudocode on scores dataset. We have to tell what A will represent at the end of execution. So, what do you think? What will A represent at the end of execution?
A will be the number of students in the dataset where the city town is Madurai or uh, the gender is female. It will have
Okay,
the sequence
so
number of all those things.
so we have five options here, and this question is an MSQ, as you can see over here. So it's an MSQ. Okay, so based on that, which of the following options do you think are correct? Option A, is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect.
Why? Because
Because
it's
it will have
yeah.
like all the male students who are from Madurai
Okay, so this is
along
not.
with it.
So this is incorrect. What about B?
It is also incorrect, sir.
Why?
Because it will just double count something like if like it will count the female student, and also like for those female students who are from Madurai, those will be double counted in this case.
Okay, so this is also incorrect. What about C, D, and E? What about C part?
Option C correct,
C
sir.
seems to be correct.
Okay, C is correct. Why do you think so? Why C is correct?
Because in option B, I have said that it will just double count those female students from Madurai, and here it is being subtracted from that.
Okay, so C is correct. What about D?
Yeah, D is also correct, I guess.
Yeah, D is also correct since it
Also
is
correct.
picking all the female students and then it's picking the male students from
Male
Madurai.
students.
Okay, what about E?
Sir, why D option is correct?
So here, if you check the question in line number 4, what we are saying that the city town should be Madurai or the gender should be female. So if we are just using the or operator, that means if this is true, we will pick all the cards. Correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
So based on that, we are picking all these things. Correct?
Yes.
And for this part, if the city town is Madurai, then we will pick the card. So if you combine these two conditions, if you combine these two conditions, if gender is female and city is Madurai, okay.
Yes, sir.
So how many times will we pick these cards for these students? Only once, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have already picked this condition from here, this part, right? We have picked this condition. So what is remaining in Madurai? Male students
Male students.
who are from Madurai.
Madurai.
Correct? So that is why we are getting this part.
Okay,
Is
sir.
it clear?
Okay, sir.
What about option E?
Correct, I guess.
Option E is correct. So what is the reasoning behind this? Why option E is correct?
Because this number of students from Madurai includes female and male students who are from Madurai, and we have left with the female students who are not from Madurai, and that is being added here. That's why, I guess.
Okay. Is this clear? Any doubt in this one? Option E is also correct. Okay. I think you are able to understand this. So let's check the answer. So we have C, D, and E. Any doubt in this one? Anyone? Okay. Let's move to the next question. So here we have again a pseudocode, and in this pseudocode, we have two variables defined: top math and top physics. So what are those variables? So top maths is basically uh, it is a list and it contains all the cards in which the mathematics marks is greater than 80. Okay. So if I say TM, it has all the cards in which the marks is greater than 80. And top physics is also the same thing. Marks, it is greater than, not greater than equal to. Okay, so we have this. Now, at the end of the execution, we will have some data in some list, which is initialized in the first line. So what will some list represent at the end of execution? What do you think?
Sir, what is the meaning of record here?
Record is you can say card, right? In the scores table you had card. So record is basically representing a single card. One card is equal to record.
Okay, sir. Is it a data type?
You can say for tables we use record. So each row is known as a record.
Okay, sir.
Complex data type, right?
Yeah. So what do you think? What will some list represent at the end of the execution? So in line number 2, we are picking a card from top math, okay, and we are saying that this card is X, okay. In line number 3, we are picking a card from top physics, okay, and we are saying that this is card Y. So we have two cards now. Now in line number 4, if you check the first condition, it is saying the serial number of both the cards should be same. That means
The same card
Same card.
we are evaluating. So,
X is Y, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Exactly equal.
yeah, you can say this. Okay, is this fine?
So,
Now
yes,
we have x dot chemistry greater than 80. We are saying that x dot chemistry is greater than 80. And if both the conditions are satisfied, that is, both the cards are equal and the chemistry marks is greater than 80, then we are adding the name. We are not adding the card itself, we are just adding the name to some list. Okay.
yes.
So what will it represent at the end?
Option D,
Why?
because in top math and top physics, we are having actually this is a list of those students who are greater than in maths and physics, greater than 80 in both maths and physics.
Correct.
And it is also checking this condition that x dot chemistry is greater than 80. So that's why in all three subjects,
Okay, so in all three subjects, the mark should be above 8.
80, strictly greater than 80.
Yeah. So option D. Any doubt in this one? Okay. Move to the next question. So question number 3. Recall two sentences similar if both of them have the same number of words and satisfy the following condition. So first condition is both of them have the same number of words. So this is the first condition that we have to check. The ith word in the first sentence has the same part of a speech as the ith word in the second sentence. Okay. So ith word of both the sentence should have same part of a speech. A list and B list are lists that contain the part of a speech of words in two sentences, A and B respectively. It's similar is a procedure that accepts these two lists as parameters and checks for the similarity of A and B. Is the question clear? So we have a pseudocode and some part of that code is missing, which we have to pick from the option. And there are two conditions based on which we can say that two lists are similar. Okay. So the first condition is uh, the sentences should have the same number of words. That is, the length of both the lists should be same. And second is the ith word in the first sentence has the same part of speech as the ith word in the second sentence. So these are the two conditions. Now we will check the pseudocode. So if you check the pseudocode, this part, it is already satisfying this condition. Okay, so we have already this part satisfied in the provided pseudocode. So we don't need to worry about this. So the first point, that is ith word in the first sentence, has the same part of speech as the ith word in the second sentence. That we have to check, and we have to check which option is doing that. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move to the questions then. Sorry, options then. Okay, so first option, is it correct or incorrect? We are saying x is equal, if x is equal to first of C list, first of C list will basically give the first element from the list.
It is incorrect.
So if we have this as C list, then first of C list will give 1. Okay, and then
Yes.
we have another construct here in it.
Sir, if the
So
first, I mean, the first element in both of the list is matching, then it will just return true. It will not go to the next step, I guess.
next elements, yeah, it is not checking for the next elements. So that is why this is
Incorrect.
incorrect. Okay. Any doubt in this one? And do you know what is in it? So if this is C list, what
Except the
will
last one.
accept the last one?
Except the last element.
Okay, so it will represent 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir.
And we have rest as well. Rest of C list.
So
What is
rest
that?
is except the first element.
This.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, so this concept is required in this particular questions as we have in it. So here it doesn't like this is not option A is not based on this. It is invalid because we are just checking for the first element, and if the first element will match, then we are just returning true, which is incorrect. We need to check all the elements of the list. So this is incorrect. Now, what about option B? Is
This
it
is
correct?
also incorrect because we are not returning true anywhere.
Yeah, that is one thing, and there is one more thing. So, okay, uh, yeah, we are not returning true, and this part is just checking the first element, and if the
Mm.
first element is not matching, we are
Is
just saying
not matching them. We have just
If
written.
all the elements will
Mm.
match, then also it will not return true.
yeah. So after finishing this loop, we need a return statement at the end, correct?
Yes. Mm.
Yes, sir.
And that return statement should
True.
return true. So that part is missing. Any doubt in this one?
Yes.
So this is option B is again incorrect. So option B and A are incorrect. What about option C? Let's check all three options. So what about option C?
Sir, same here.
Return true.
Also, it is like
Return true is not available. So this is also incorrect. The difference between option B and C is here it is using rest. In the
rest,
previous
and that previous one was using it.
in it. Okay. What about option D?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it seems correct.
It seems correct.
Yes, sir. So rest means everything except the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is option D correct?
Yeah, it is correct.
Here we have to return true, but it is again returning
Oh,
false.
yeah.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
is incorrect.
This is also incorrect. What about
E,
option E?
E is returning true.
E is correct because it is checking here if the first element if
Is
the first
not
elements
equal
are
to
D, then it will just return false.
false, and then
Otherwise, it will
condition and then
complete the whole
return
loop
true.
and then here it is,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So option E is correct.
E
Let's,
is correct.
any doubt in this one? Anyone?
Sir, sir, could you please repeat the difference, please?
Difference between
The pseudocode in the pseudocode.
all the pseudocodes or all the options or
Uh,
which one?
no, only the last one. What was the difference? I missed it.
So this part is same in both the cases. The return statement in the in line number 7, that is different. Okay. So our goal was
Okay, sir.
if the list has same part of speech at all the positions, then we will return true, otherwise we won't. So this part is just checking the first element. If first element doesn't match, it will return false. Now here, if you see, we are saying C list is equal to rest of C list. So suppose we have noun, pronoun, adjective. So this is suppose initial C list. Okay. And once we done line number 5, what we will get? We will get P and A. Correct? In second iteration, this will be the value of C list. Any doubt in this one? And here we are just trying to check whether first first of C list is currently P. In the previous iteration, it was N. It will just try to check whether N is equal to X or not. And A list we had at the top level. So if I scroll up, so A list is there, B list is there, and we are checking with A list, and C list is equal to B list. C list has all the data which B list had. And since we updated the value of C list in the second iteration, then when we do the second iteration, X will has the second element, that is at index 1 from B, and we are checking the second element from C, right? So we will check whether X is equal to P or not. So if that is not the case, we are again returning false. And in the last iteration, C will have this value, C list, right? So C list will have this value, and we will again pick X. X will have, sorry, this is A, not B. This is A. So A list of 2, okay? And if X is equal to C, we are fine. If it is not, we will return false. So this part is clear. It is doing the right thing. Once this loop finishes and we didn't return false, then we should return a true, right? But here in option D, we were not returning true. So that is why this option is incorrect. And option E is returning true. So that is correct. Okay, now we have question 4. So Are you guys familiar with train dataset?
No, sir.
No, sir, it's not coming yet.
Let me check if I can show you that. So this is the train dataset. Okay, this is one of the samples. We have the first column is distance, then we have a station name, then arrival, departure, and day. Okay, and at the top over here we have the days on which this train is available. Okay, and this is the train number. Is the data set clear now? So this is for each train. We have multiple trains. So we have around 48 trains. And similarly, we have station-wise data as well. So let's check this one as well. So this is one of the stations. The name of the station is Adra. And there are two trains for which there are two trains which pass this station. One passes on Friday and the other one passes on Wednesday. The arrival time for the first one is 3:40 and the departure time is 3:50. This is in the morning. And then for this one, this is the arrival time and this is the departure time. Okay. So this is basically what we have in the data. Now let's try to that question. Okay, so for a given train, we have a list called days. So for like in the train card, so we had days. If you remember, at the end we had days, and it was saying something like this. Remember? So on day one, it covered maybe three stations, and on day two, it covered one station, and on day three, it covered two more stations, and this was the destination. This station was the uh, source station from which the train started, and this is the final destination. So we have a days list that contains the sequence of entries contained in the column day in the train's dataset. As an example for train this, so if you check the dataset, if the train number is this, the days will have this kind of format. Okay, so four ones and two twos. So this particular data we are storing in a list. Okay. Now, Madhuram is a passenger who boards this train at its starting station and gets down at its end station. He has a peculiar habit of treating himself to exactly one sweet at midnight whenever he is on a train. Which of the following expressions gives the number of midnight sweets that he consumes during the course of his journey? So we have to there is a person who has the habit of eating a sweet at midnight. Okay, exactly one sweet at midnight, and this is the day. So we have like the train runs for 2 days. So in the whole journey, the train runs for 2 days, and we have to tell how many sweets did this person consume. We have to tell which of these will give us that answer. Is the question clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. So option A. Last of days will be what? If we take this example, last of days will be the last
2.
element. 2. First of days will be the first
1.
element.
2
That is 1.
minus 1.
Yeah.
1.
So option A, is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Correct.
Why?
Was the question it is given that he has a peculiar habit of treating himself to exactly one sweet at midnight
So we
whenever he is on a
basically
train.
have
Hmm.
to check the number of midnights, right?
Hmm.
So suppose if a train, like for this particular train, this is the data, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose for some other
Hmm.
train, we have this kind of data. That means once day 3 starts, that means time is
12.
this kind of thing. So even if we pass 1 second or 1 millisecond
Hmm.
into the third day, then the day will change to 3, right?
Yes, sir.
But in this case, it is not happening,
Yes.
correct? So that means we can just say that the maximum number of days, that is 2, or last of you can say days, right, minus,
First of is 1.
so this will give 1.
1.
What about this data, what we have on the screen right now? So 4 times 1, 2 times 2, and 1 times 3. What will be the answer for this one? How many sweets will he consume?
2.
Then it would be
2.
2.
2, because 3 minus again 1,
1. So 2.
right? So this
Yes.
option is
Yes.
correct.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have to check all the options. What about option B? Is it correct or
No,
incorrect?
sir.
Incorrect. Why? Because it is just counting the number
Because
of days.
Sir, if the passenger enters into the train right at midnight, then option B would be correct, right?
Right at midnight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Option B, you are saying.
Yes, sir. Option B. Let's say he has entered on the day 1 at midnight, then he will take one sweet, right?
That is an edge case, but if you think you can't just enter the train and consume a sweet, is it possible within a nanosecond interval?
right at that one.
Okay, it is
Okay, sir.
not possible practically. So we will ignore this part, this case. So based on that, option B is incorrect because it is just trying to count the number of days. It is not counting the number of midnights. What about option C? Let me clear the screen. So we have option C, and let's try to figure out on this data itself. What
Yeah,
will be
this
the
is
value for this
correct.
one?
This is 2, sir. Last of init of days is 2.
2. What about this?
1.
So this is correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's, like, for this particular example, it is correct, but let's try this example now.
For this also, it would be correct
How?
because
First,
last of init of days is 3
Yes.
and first of
last
rest
of
of
init
days.
of day, when
Last
we
of
say
init of days is 2.
init of days is this,
Oh,
Init of
okay.
days is up to 2. So last of init is 2.
2, and the rest of days is
Rest of first of rest of. So it is
yeah.
1.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, sir.
So it will again return 1.
Again return.
Okay. incorrect.
Hmm.
Right?
Okay.
So option C is incorrect, option B is incorrect, option A was correct.
Yes, correct.
Length of days,
No, sir.
option B and option D are same thing. Correct?
Yes, sir. Hmm.
So this is also incorrect. Let's try to get the last option. What is it? Okay, we have F as well.
Is -1.
So last of days -1. What
Incorrect,
about
sir.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because if you consider 3 as last of days, then it would be 3 minus 1,
Which is,
which is 2.
Is 2.
so if the data is something like this, we are getting 2 as an answer.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
it seems correct.
It is correct. Why? Because first of days the value for first of days will be what? It
Will
will
always
always
be
be
1.
1.
Hmm.
So we are
First
just
of
putting
days
that
is
value
1.
over here. Option E is correct.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
What about option F? Length of days -1.
Incorrect. So length of days means the number of elements in the list, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
then it
sir.
is
So,
incorrect.
no, sir. Incorrect.
Okay. Any doubt in this one? So option A and E are correct,
A and E.
right?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt in this one? If not, I'll move to the next question. Okay. So this is a comprehension type question. We have a pseudocode, and based on this pseudocode, we have to answer question number 5 and 6. 4. So let's first go through the pseudocode, what it is trying to do. So we have initial, first let's go through the problem stem. So train list is a non-empty list that contains information about all trains associated with a station. Okay. Each element in train list is the number of running days for a train. So for example, given a station that handles 2 trains, if we have a station which just handles 2 trains, we could have this data where this particular element, Monday and Wednesday, this is related to first train maybe, and this is related to second train. So for a station 1, train 1 visits that station on Monday and Wednesday, and train 2 visits that station on Saturday. Okay, is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we have a pseudocode. So here we are initializing some variables, and if you check the length, the number of variables and the name, it suggests it is for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on till Sunday, right? So we have a variable to represent some count related to each day. Now, line number 2, we are saying for X in train list. So if we take this as an example, what will X represent? In the first iteration, X will represent, okay, so X will have this value in the first iteration. And in the next iteration, X will represent this particular thing. Any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
Okay. So we are talking about this part right now. So if X has, in the first iteration, we are saying X has this value, and we are saying for Y in X. That means inside this loop, in the first iteration, Y will have value M, correct? Right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is for first iteration. And in the second iteration, we will have W. And we are saying if y is equal to m, then we are incrementing m. Okay. So that means for this data set, for this particular example, at the end of completing the loop, let me. So m, small m, will represent what? It will represent the number of times a train
Sir,
visited.
it will not represent the number of time, I think. If at least one time M occurred, then it will be updated to 1.
Yeah. So it is acting as a plan. That was going to be my next question. Okay. So you figured out this. So basically, if y is equal to m, we are saying that on Monday there was at least one train which visited that particular station. So we are saying that. So for this particular example, small m will have 1, W will have 1, and Saturday will have 1. All the others will remain unchanged. Any doubt? Okay. So let's move to the next part. The above pseudocode is executed on the train list for some arbitrary station. After execution, we run the following code. After running this particular piece of code, we are running this part. Okay. So we have, let's say, SV. I'm treating some var as SV. So it is just saying 7 minus whatever values we got for this variable, these variables, we are just summing those values and subtracting from 1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that is the thing. Now let's, I hope this particular question is clear. The comprehension is clear. If it is not, let me know. So I'll explain that part. Then we can move to the questions. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, it is
Clear.
clear.
Okay. So in question number 5, we have to tell what somewhere will represent at the end of execution. So which option do you think is the correct one?
Option B,
Option B. Right.
uh, because
Because
because a week is of 7 days, so
Mm.
out of that uh, we are subtracting the number of days when at least one train visits the station.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that's why. So that
So
will represent the number of days when no train
and
visits
no
the
train visits the
station.
station.
okay. So this particular part which I have underlined, this is representing if we sum all those value, it will represent the number of days on which at least one train crossed or visit that station,
As
right?
7 minus 1
And we
is
are doing,
further added 7. So 7
yeah.
minus 7 is 0.
So
No train
negative of
visits that particular.
this part
Yes, sir.
and negative of this is
No
no train.
train visits the station.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So option B is correct for this one. Let's check. Yeah, it is. Any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move to 6 then. Now we have to decide the bound for somewhere. What will be the maximum value and what will be the minimum value?
Sir, maximum value will be That will be, I guess, 6, and minimum value will be 0.
Zero.
Because in the question it is given that non-empty list we should consider.
Okay. So if we go back to the comprehension again, it is saying that train list is a non-empty list. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if it is non-empty, then we will have at least one day, right? So we will
Yes,
have
sir.
at least
Hmm.
one day. If we have at least one day, that means we won't reach 7, right?
Yes.
Because
So option C.
somewhere was defined as, right? So sum minus, even if we subtract 1, we will get 6.
6.
Okay. So
So option C.
what about which one? Option C.
Option C, sir.
C. C.
Option C. Why?
Yes,
Because we can have
because we can have 0 and
yeah.
and less than 7, 6. So,
Okay. Is this clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move to the next question then. So this is again a comprehension, and it is related to question number 7 and 8. So let's try to understand the pseudocode first, what it is trying to do. The following pseudocode is executed using the words dataset. Assume that the rows in the table are sorted in ascending order. Okay, so start is equal to true, outlist. Then we are saying if a start and list is equal to this. So what this part is doing, can anyone tell?
If start is true, then
Then initial list is empty.
yes, then in list is
It's
initialized with
initialized to that empty.
yes,
And
sir.
Yeah,
then
so we are
the start is
switching
for
the
the set to false.
yeah, so we are switching the value of start. Okay.
Mm.
Now what about this part? What are we trying to achieve here?
So in list is independent of start. Means it will it is a no it like
This is
in
dependent,
list,
but
yes, sir.
appending in the list is not dependent, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are we trying to achieve here using the pseudocode?
Sir, here in list will be uh it will be a list of list where like
Words and the
yes,
part of speech.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Name of word and part of
Hmm.
speech is being stored, and at the end of a sentence, it will just reinitialized with empty list, because at the
Okay,
end we are updating the value of start to true,
yeah,
and out list will contain in list. I mean, in list will like every element in list represents a sentence, and every element inside the element of in list represents the word and the corresponding part of speech of the sentence of that sentence.
okay. So if I write this, so in this particular part, what will be there?
Sir, you are talking about in list, right?
Enlist. I is enlist, and
Okay.
when I write O, it is outlist.
Then it will be there will be two
Word and
elements.
their
The
respective part of speech.
yes, the first
Inside
of
it.
that is word, and
Mm.
last of that is part of speech.
Part of speech.
Okay, so two things. So for each word, we will have this kind of thing. And if we talk about the whole thing, it is a sentence. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Word
And
and
now
part
we are
of speech
storing
and
that
sentence.
in outlist. So outlist will contain what? It will contain I1, I2, and so on. Right?
Yes, sir.
Is this part clear?
The out list itself contains the in list,
Yeah, so
having
outlist
the
contains
word
all
and
the sentences.
part of
All
speech
of
as
them.
its
Yeah,
components.
And it is a list of list, right?
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's try to go to the problems now. Yeah, so we have 4 options, and it is asking about outlist. So what is outlist?
Option A and option D.
Option A and option D. So O was what? O was I1. So
In
O
list
was
inside.
right,
Yes.
and in list was sentence. In list was for a particular sentence, right?
Yes. It's,
So this
the
particular
word was
element,
ending with full stop.
this particular element is related to a sentence. Again, this one is also related to a sentence. So option A is correct.
Yes.
Option B is incorrect because it is talking about word. C is also incorrect. What about D?
Correct.
D is correct.
D is correct because we can check from here that the data type is list of list. So A and D. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay. Which of the following statements are true about the variable start during the course of the execution of the above pseudocode? So we had a variable start. So we were switching the value of start to true and false in some cases. So when was it set to true and when was it set to false? We have to check both the things and tell which options are correct. So
Can you show the question, sir?
yeah, sure. So we have start defined over here. We are switching its value over here and over here.
Sir, mm, at each, like at the end of each sentence, the start is becoming true.
That
It
the
is
Okay.
last
dependent on line number 10, if statement.
Yeah.
So at the end of each sentence, it is becoming true. And uh, at the beginning
at the
of
beginning also it is set to true.
it is at the beginning, it is set to false.
From line number 7, right?
Yes, sir. Because at the end, the stat is true, and the line number 5 states that if stat is true. So that's why.
Yeah. So at the beginning, it will be changed to false, and at the end, it will switch to true.
It was
So which option?
initialized to true, but further changed to false in the line 7, and at the end it would set to true.
For the last word, we were switching to true,
Last word is true.
right? And the for the first word,
It is set to false.
False. Yes.
So option B and C.
So,
Okay. Any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
no, sir.
Okay, so we have another comprehension, and it is related to the previous comprehension that we just did. So we take the variable out list obtained at the end of the execution of the pseudocode in the previous question. So out list here is the same thing that we created in the previous questions. Now we have a pseudocode, and first let's try to figure out what somewhere, count, and I are representing. Okay, so there are three variables which are initialized. Let's try to figure out what are they. So what is somewhere?
Somewhere is it is the okay. So for each x in out list, each x means each sentence, right?
Yeah.
So for each sentence, the length of the each element in the out list, it is just storing that, means the number of words of each sentence.
Yeah, and it is adding that to the previous value of somewhere,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So somewhere will contain what? Number of words
In the entire
From
uh,
entire
or paragraph.
sentence.
particular list.
Whatever data set we are using, if it's a paragraph or a corpus, the number of words will be stored in somewhere. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about count? What is
Count
that?
is if the sentence ends with a noun, then count will be incremented. Number of
Okay.
sentence where the last word is a noun.
So,
So we had in list, if you remember,
yes, sir.
and in list was what?
Having the word uh, and the respective part of speech in it.
Part of the speech. Okay. So here y is representing what? Y is representing each element of the in list.
In
Okay.
list. Yes, sir.
The first element is what? Second element is
Part of
part of
speech.
speech. So we are saying last of y. Last of y is what? Part of speech. If part of speech is noun, then we are incrementing count. So count will contain what?
Is it total number of noun in the
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
the
In the
data set?
paragraph or the corpus.
Because
Or the
at
data set.
Yes, yes. Okay,
last
okay.
it should be now. So,
Sorry?
I guess it should be the total number of noun in the paragraph.
Yeah. And what about I?
Sir, I is total number of for each x. So under for each means it is total number of sentence.
Okay. So it is total number of sentences.
Yes, sir. Sir, this somewhere and I would be same, right?
How?
Uh, no, no, no,
This
no.
is length of
Okay,
text.
Number
okay.
of word, right?
Yes, sir. Somewhere is length, total number of words, and I is total number of sentence.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
let's try to check the questions now. So what does count represent? Count was what?
Number of
the
nouns.
number of nouns.
Number of nouns. So it is the number of nouns in the paragraph. Option A.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this one?
No,
Okay. What about somewhere?
Number of
wait,
words.
number of words and
A, option A.
Option A. Okay. And which of the following statements are true about the variable I? This is MSQ,
Yes.
so they have multiple correct options.
The
Option
number
B
of
and
sentences in the paragraph.
option C
C.
also seems correct. Yes,
So
sir. Option C is also correct.
it is the number of sentences in the paragraph. So B is correct, and option C you are saying,
C
right?
is also good. Yes, sir. So because
And option E also seems to be correct
It is
because
equal to
number of element is
because
equal to length
out
of.
list was having the in list in it, and it was including the words together with the part of speech, and sentences were there.
Yes, sir.
so option B, C, and D.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the correct option, and that's pretty much it for this live session. Any doubt you would like to ask? If not, I'll close the session. Okay then. Thank you for joining, and we will discuss week 7 PA next week. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.